it's the big day. It's here. We got it. And it's already in the showroom. So let's go take a look at this thing real quick. And it is a beauty. So this is the new 9RX 830. So this is the one that's available in the 710, 770, and 830 engine packages. This is the biggest tractor that John Deere makes. This is their flagship, and it is wonderful. So we're going to go check it out in the field. John Deere is putting on a demo day for us, well, for everybody right now, and we're going to go take a peek here in a second. First, we need to check this thing out in the shop. You are going to find it under large tractors, and it is going to be the last of the default. Notice that these are all Plains and Prairie, and everything under here is mods. This is the last stock option for the game, which means it is now base game. It is not a mod, it is not a DLC, it is not something that you have to equip. It is just straight up in the game. Now, it does start as a US or a EU configuration, but for $50, you can take the little flag, or $500, you can take the little flags off of it and put some proper turn signals on it and turn this beast the way it was supposed to look. So your base price, you are looking at $695,000, and if we add the engine upgrade, $22,000 and another $22,000, you get the 830 horsepower option. For tracks, you have two track styles in two different track widths, each with two different ballast options. That was very hard to articulate. Base, you get the 30-inch tracks on the standard offset. Your next step up adds ballast to that. Click it one more time, you get your 30-meter tracks with your 3-meter offset. Click it one more time, you get your ballast. Click it one more time, you get your 3-meter offset with your 36-inch tracks. And one more time, you get the ballast on those. So now we have a very competent tractor. This will do anything you really need it to do as far as pulling things go. We can add a front weight. Now the interesting thing with the front weight, when you look at it, boom, there it is. It is just a chin weight. It does not add any length to the tractor, which is nice. And you will see it's got these nice little cutouts here that John Deere thoughtfully included so that you can put this on a set of forks on a forklift and easily put it on or off your tractor as needed. Now, I know most farmers, once you strap that thing on there, it is there until the tractor no longer exists. You put the ballast on and that's it. You do have more options for weights. These are exclusively on the rear of the tractor. So you start with no weight, add weight, puts these little handy weight brackets on here. Next step up, you get a pair of weights, one on each end on the front. And 1,464 kilograms later, you have your third set, and that is completely ballasted. PTO, you can see the cover for it here. If we click yes, it adds PTO, and you do have a PTO cover on there. And if you have the Precision Farming DLC, or whatever it is add-on, you can add the Azaria Pro, so it mounts it on the left-hand side to your grab handle, center of the cab, and on the right side mirror. And that's it. So $821,000 is the most you can make this tractor cost. License plate options, whatever, we're not going to do that. License plates are for schmucks. So that is the 9RX large frame tractor in the shop. Now let's go get out of here. Somehow I'm in the desk. What a wonderful glitch that is. All right, let's go down to the field in the field day and let's go see it. You can see the dealership has taken delivery of a couple of their own already. So we are super excited to get on with this here. Now the field day, thankfully, is just down the street. Let's see how many people we can hit here. Nobody has any common sense. There we go. So thankfully, we're just down the street. We don't have to go very far. It is just the first left here. Over the tracks. and I can already see it. There you go. You can see we've got a couple of the new tractors here. Looks like they're hooked up, and it looks like a couple of the old tractors too. Alright, let's park in the nice little parking area. Oh, and you can see one in the field working. Perfect. Ah, man, spoiled for choice. Where do we go? Well, I guess let's go look at this thing in the field while it's running and get an idea of what we've got going on. Build the HUD. Let's go sprint over here and let's go catch them. You know what? We're gonna see if we can hop in the cab here. There we go. So we're in the cab. This is the AI driving. This isn't me driving. But you can see we've got a rear view camera on this thing. That is new. I have not seen that yet, and I'm sorry about my graphics. They've all just kind of tanked here over the last minute. But as we look at this tractor, we can see just a commanding view of everything out back. We've got incredible visibility from the side here. So they removed the kind of a legacy portion from the cab from the previous generation, which we'll see in a second. So you can see quite a bit more to the right. And unfortunately, in-game the seat doesn't swivel, but in real life the seat does swivel more than the previous generation. Looking out front here, you can see the pillars do a good job of hiding the exhaust and the intake. You don't really notice them until I pointed it out. My only real complaint with this tractor visibility wise is just on the right hand side here leading up to the exhaust. Kind of blocks a good chunk there with that big green panel there. But as far as nose visibility over the hood, around the hood, quite surprisingly good, considering it is a massive hood. Outside of that, and this is a sweet tractor, and we are pulling a Summers chisel here. I can't remember what the width on this is, but it is the biggest one in the default game. It requires 615 horse, and we are pulling it at, oh, of course, as soon as I say that, we pull it out of the ground here. Doing some maneuvers at 9. Doesn't mean much, but we'll wait until we get into a straight line again here, and then we'll go, we'll hop out when we get to the end, check out the other tractors, but first I want to see what speed this is pulling at. Because the shop rates it at 913 horse. Instantly 7 miles per hour. Alright. So 830 horse, 913 with power bulge. We are going slightly uphill, not enough to really count. Yeah, you can kind of see the grade here. It's like barely, and yeah. So we're still holding 7 miles per hour in field with this. So I'm impressed with that. We're doing some decent work here. Like I say, that. Oh, I don't have zoom because it's an AI right now. That rear view camera, man, that is cool. I like that. I didn't know that until I started recording. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, let's see. We got to be getting close. Yeah, we're getting pretty close here. Very quiet too. Alright, we're gonna hop out here and let him keep going with his demo. We're going to come over here and we're going to look at the tractors out of the shop and in virtual real life. We got a nice little comparison here between the new and the old. So you got the 830 on the left and you've got the 640 on the right. Now the 640 used to be the king, but it's since been usurped by the massive 830. Like, that is quite a large difference in tractor. You can see the hood slopes down quite a bit more on the new one. And if we jump into third person here, you can see just how much wider the new hood is from the old hood. It's quite the difference. I do quite like the old styling. I really like the new styling. So let's get a quick baseline here from the old one. We take a look at the right. You can see where that fender used to be, where the rear tires of a fixed frame tractor would be. You can see the Gen 4 displays here, and I'm sorry, my textures just absolutely took a dump since I started recording. Sorry, I guess it just is what it is. You can also see there's quite a bit less visibility off the left-hand side with all of that sheet metal work there. And as we take a look around the back, we've got the big fuel tank mounted on top of the rear axle. It's great for ballast when it's full, but as you're working through the field, that rear axle does lighten up as your fuel load lightens as well. So you are changing the balance of the tractor quite a bit with that. And it does cover up all of your hydraulics, your PTO. You can't actually see the hitch, I don't think, even from... Yeah, you can make the drawbar out, I'm sure, if you turned and wiggled a little bit. But... And then you see that horrible blue fill. All right. So if we jump up here, yeah, there it is. There's your DEF. Fuel tank is way up high, so you will have to climb to get at anything. We jump up onto the catwalk here. Can't jump onto the catwalk here in game. But as far as all of the things that you would typically need to service in field, you've got access to them pretty readily here. Here's your fills, check your hoses. Now the hood on these 9X or 9RXs was quite heavy. So opening them to service the radiator did take a bit of a grunt, but at least you can check the oil with just a quick little push there. So very easy, very serviceable. But with the new tractor, John Deere's taken that up a notch. It has an easy lift hood. It's like one hand and you can lift the thing up. You still have ease of access for everything. You've got a little bit sturdier latches on everything there for checking your oil, checking everything under the hood there. Come around the side, you've got your battery connection. You can see the fuel tank is now under the cab. So now you're not changing the ballast of the truck or the balance of the tractor front to rear as that fuel is used. To the back, you've got all the access to your PTO, all of your SCVs, everything there, very nice and easy. You've got your hydraulic pumps, really quick and easy to service those. Hydraulic fill, which you can see from the ground and you can see from the tractor. So if your implement does have a leak or any of your connections have a leak, you can see that quite quickly and quite readily from the seat of the cab. You've got your air filter, very nice and easy to access right from ground level. You don't have to do any climbing to service this tractor for your quick checks in the morning. Fuel fill, again, accessible from the ground, or you've got the quick fill that is also on the X9 combine. So very nice, very easy to use tractor as far as that's concerned, and no DEF, no government juice. And again, taking a look at the visibility off the front left corner, you've got a little bit easier field of view there. Right hand side, a little bit more occluded thanks to that panel there, but looking off to the right hand side, much easier. And then looking out the back, man, this thing is wide open. Like, I can see the ground under the tractor, which is not something you usually do see. But that is quite nice. And if we hop out, Giants was nice enough to model this. There is a catwalk all the way around the cab of the tractor here, so you can very easily get up and clean all of your glass, service your wipers, clean your mirrors, that kind of thing. So keep you in the seat a little bit easier, keep you in the field a little bit longer, and keep your visibility a lot higher. So very, very nice. And then as we take a look at these tractors here in the field, so we've got the old 9RX 640. This is the previous generation. This one is completely done up, completely ballasted. This is the absolute max that you can get in the shop. And it's already outdone by the littlest of the new 9RX large frame tractors. So this is a 710. This is completely base model out of the factory. This has only one option ticked off from the shop. This is the US spec. You can see visibility with the narrow, or with the standard, I should say, standard track width. Visibility to the back is a little limited by comparison to the wider 3-meter stance, but still plenty. Lots of storage up top. You got surround sound all 4 corners. You've got sealed storage, or concealed storage, sealed storage, closable storage, and you got open storage here. You do have a 300 watt 120 volt outlet there, as well as a 12 volt outlet. You got your fridge and your buddy seat. So excellent little tractor, excellent big tractor. Here's the 770. Awesome tractor here. So the only thing that's ticked on this one is the, I believe it's got the weight on the front. Yeah, it's got the weight, and it's got the stance to it. Yeah, so she's ballasted up minus the tracks with the 3-meter stance. Then we come over to the 830, and this one is full load minus the Iseria. Let's go jump into the field here, and let's go play with some tractors. I mean, that's ultimately what we're all here for. We all want to play with tractors. So we're going to jump into the old horse here first. This is the 640. Ooh, if I can get there. There we go. And we will turn the HUD on. I'll hit the right button this time. There we go. Turn the HUD on. And we have this thing set for normal cultivation. We'll go deep cultivation. And I'm just going to pick a line here. We're going to do like a there and back. We'll get ourselves lined up here. And go right from 0. So here we are, complete stop. Drop her down, and I'm just going to hold W, and we'll see what the 640 can do. So the 640 looks like we're holding 6 miles an hour. It is rated as a higher horsepower than what this implement says it requires in the shop. So we are 640 versus 615, and you can see we're holding 6 miles per hour. And if we go, what is that? That's Alt 0. We'll take the speed limit off. That is all she's got. So 6 miles an hour is the most that the 640 will pull on this implement, which again, it's the hardest pulling implement I could find in the shop. We'll just bring this back on GPS so that everything's nice and lined up again for when we walk away from this. We'll park this. Shut her down. We're not going to worry about a turbo timeout or anything like that. There we go. This bad boy out. You can see, or you can hear immediately, there's a difference in engine sound. So it's not just a remodel. It's got a full sound suite in it too. So let's go line up here, and we'll do the same thing. We'll make sure that we are on deep cultivation. Start from 0, drop the implement, hold W, see what she's got. Right out of the gate, 7 miles an hour. So it's immediately 1 mile an hour faster in the field than the previous generation. And if we take the speed limit off, we'll see if we get anything else out of her. There we go, 8, 9 miles an hour. Now again, we are going slightly downhill, so it is helping us just a hair. But that's 3 miles an hour faster than what the previous generation maximum horsepower tractor can get you. So that in my eyes is worth it. And doesn't this thing just look mean in the field too? Like, it just looks good. I'm not sure what this guy's trying to do here, but we're going to give him a little bit extra space. Back it up, Terry. There we go. Looks like he's starting the headlands. Oh, here we go. I got some resolution back in this thing. I guess I just had too many of them too close and it was hurting frames. But yeah, this thing is it's excellent. Let's break some fresh ground here. Let's grab a line. Gotta be a line around here somewhere. There we go. Dip that down. Here she goes, just grabbing some gears and away we go. Now we're going uphill this time, so there is a little bit more pull on it. But we're still hitting 7, 8 miles an hour. Looks like we're struggling to hold the gear though. So maybe that's something that's coming in another patch here soon. Maybe not. Maybe it's the... Oh, that's what it was. It was the speed mod. So if I take the speed mod out, it has no issue. So it's a mod conflict that was causing that. Yeah, we're holding 7 going slightly uphill without issue. And being able to watch the implement just from the screen there, that's cool. I really like that. Now, I want to fold this up because I want to see something. Because if you notice down in the bottom right corner, it says 26. Now, that is in miles per hour. And if you remember the fact sheet, they said it's only good for 24. So we got a couple extra bald eagles under the hood of this thing, I think, that they're going to give us. Let's see what she's got here. See if we can hit 26. 27 miles per hour. All right. So we are getting more than what we bargained for. We also got to watch out for that other tractor because he's going to come and finish his headlands here pretty quick. But yeah, that's cool with that rear view camera. Like it's not just a generated image, it is a live view. That's cool. Alright, I'm gonna put this up over here next to the other tractor on the lawn here so that it's out of the way of the tractor that's coming with the other cultivator on it. And we squish any food stands here. There we go. That should be plenty of room for everybody. Man, that thing just looks cool. Even if the AI is struggling. anyway, that's going to be our first look at the new 9RX. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of B-roll here. I hope you enjoy it, and we will see you guys in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.